guard, a 5'6" senior, number 21, Tiana Ritter. At guard, a 5'5" senior, number 4, Jada Pickens. And at guard, a 5'6" senior, number 23, Michaela Reed. The head coach for the Lady Cats is Ashley Hutchcraft, assisted by Rosanda Jennifer, and tonight, a very special honorary coach, Asia Scruggs.
And a special introduction of the starting lineup tonight, including 4 seniors and a freshman, Chloe Clardy, the lone freshman out there, the lone non-senior out there. And then those 4 seniors, Lydia York, Jada Pickens, Tiana Rector, and Michaela Reed, getting the start tonight for Coach Ashley Hutchcraft.
I heard someone say on the way in, well, why are they still starting a freshman? Because there's only 4 seniors.
That's right. That's it. Now for the guys, we'll have 5. But this Lady Cat team, just these 4 seniors, and they all play very, very important roles on this team. 3 of them spending a lot of time on the court. That young lady, Michaela Reed, not as much time on the court, but what she brings to this team absolutely has incredible value. And it's good to see her on the court and bringing her smile and her energy to the beginning stages of tonight's game.
She's one of your favorite Lady Cats.
She has been, and it was, I know that you, your story that you wrote for the 501, the newsletter that will be out, I guess, on Thursday.
Yes.
You asked me some questions about the Lady Cats, and it was fun to get to brag on Michaela a little bit and what she brings to the team. 7:15 to go. We are just underway tonight. Mount St. Mary and Conway.
Still talking about Michaela Reed. When I met with Coach Hutchcraft way back early in January, and there we go.
The layup is off the front of the rim.
She talked about the little things that Michaela does to make this team feel closer and feel like a family. She pointed to decorations around her desk that Michaela had made and taped up there for her. And you got to have someone like that on your team every year. And so I don't know who's it going to be once she graduates. She's filled a pretty vital role.
Jada Pickens. She knocks down the three-pointer. And the Lady Cats are on the board first. Lady Cats beat this Bells team by 33, 77-44, just under a month ago, on January the 28th. It's a Bells team that started off good. They had actually a pretty nice non-conference part of their season. And then once they got to conference play, they have run into some of the better teams in the state. There's Michaela Reed, 5'6" senior off the glass and scoring on senior night. They have struggled during the conference part of the season. Their 2 wins have been over the winless Fort Smith Southside Lady Mavericks. We'll see how tonight plays out. Lady Cats still in contention for the number 2 seed from the 6A Central.
Yeah, so much still on the line in these last 2 games for both your Lady Cats, who could still move up to that 2 seed, currently sitting at number 3, and even more on the line for the Wampus Cats, because they could finish as high as 2, and technically if tiebreakers win a certain way, they could drop all the way down to 5, maybe even 6, so it's going to be a crazy week.
On the girls' side, Michaela Reed filling it up. Coach Hutchcraft gives her a thumbs up. 4 points for the senior. On the girls' side of the 6A, you've got Northside. They're locked in as the 1, 12-0 with 2 games to play. And Central is battling this Mount St. Mary team. They're both 2-10. One of them will end up as the 6th seed. The other will be out of the playoff race.
Which, you know, you wouldn't be saying that the last few years for this Mount St. Mary team.
That's
so that
right.
just shows you the improvement that they've made.
They will play Central on Friday night. to end their season. So the winner of that game will most likely be the team that gets the 6th seed. But Cabot, Conway, Bryant, and North Little Rock all within 2 games of each other with 2 to play. We'll know a whole lot more after tonight. So even like during the boys game, we'll be able to give you a little more of a little more focus of what could happen for these Lady Cats when we get to Bryant. Again, we've mentioned it the last couple of weeks, but it's worth mentioning again. We will have every game for you live from Bryant and the state tournament coming up next week. Timeout on the court. We'll take it with the teams right now. 30 seconds, and we are back on Conway Court. 2 points scored for Mount St. Mary, then they took a quick timeout. 7-2, the Lady Cats on top. Lydia York, the pass to T. Rector. Good hustle on the offensive glass. Jada Pickens to York. Lydia had a big week already. We'll tell you more about her in just a moment. Good ball movement by these Lady Cats. Looking to keep their hopes alive. Ball goes out of bounds off a read. Again, keep their hopes alive as the 2 seed. This north side team is really good that we've seen the last few weeks, of course, and they are 23-3 overall and 12-0. And if you can get to that 2 seed, then you are opposite of them when you get to the state tournament, and you wouldn't face them until Hot Springs at the earliest. If you're the 3 seed, you'd see them in the semifinals in Bryant if everybody seeds hold true. The thing is, there's going to be some really good teams you got to beat one way or the other.
Right.
Whether you play them in Bryant or whether you play them a little further southwest down in Hot Springs.
But I think to me, it's pretty clear between Bentonville and Northside. I think I would rather have to see Bentonville.
Well, Bentonville's got that player, Miriam Dowda, who is really, really, really good. The thing with her is that she doesn't really have a running mate like Jersey Wolfenbarger has at Northside with Tracy Brashears.
Oh, you mean the 3 running mates that
well,
she had?
That's true too. Yeah, that Bentonville you can focus a little more on Dowda and maybe get a win over them. It would be great to have Savannah Scott back for a matchup against Bentonville. Long way to go before we get there, but it would be nice to be that 2 seed, stolen away. Jada Pickens with the steal. Off the glass and in.
Jada's really good at getting that little spin on the ball, just that extra spin to get it to roll the right direction.
Haley Malcolm checks in. And the old-fashioned 3-point play. Jada Pickens with 6 points on senior night. Haley Malcolm coming in brings Michaela Reed off the court. Good first few minutes for the senior Reed, getting the start tonight. Steal. Chloe Clardy gets in the way of it. Outlet to Lydia York. York for 3. Back of the rim, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Allgood. Ten to 2, Lady Cats up, 5 minutes in. 15-footer off the wing, no good by Smith. Follow, no good. Coming back the other direction. Pickens. 8 points now for Pickens. Lady Cats up by 10. Pickens with the steal. Right behind Allgood, gets the steal. Clardy for 3. Bottom of the net. Chloe Clardy makes it 15 to 2.
Chloe led this team last time these two played. 16 points, but was 0 for 4 from behind the arc.
Whistle and a foul.
Conway already at that 15-point mark. They crossed the 20-point mark in the first 3 quarters last time these two teams played. We're just
probably
off
had a
to the
running
races.
clock in
Yeah.
the fourth. Smith's free throw is good.
They still hit 10 in that fourth quarter.
Even with the 8 minutes running in real time. Back of the rim, offensive rebound. Follow is good. That is Libby Franks. 5'9" junior. Cuts the lead to 10, 15-5. Clardy. That's York. The entry pass to Haley Malcolm, no good. Coming back the other way. Good entry pass and a great steal by Chloe Clardy. York. 2-3 zone, going to try to break it with some outside shooting. It's been good so far. T. Rector can't get it to fall.
It's easy to forget with how talented Chloe is offensively. All the skills she brings on the defensive side, the length, her wingspan, all the deflections she's able to get.
Another steal. That's Rector coming back the other way. Pickens uses her body to shield the defender. Up and off the glass. Double figures for Jada Pickens in the first 7 minutes of the game. Foul will be called on Pickens.
She didn't play the last time these two teams played. That was in the middle of her little, remember she had like a 2 or 3 game stint where she was out with a ankle injury.
Katie Wilcox is in the game. Hagen Smith, 5'2" junior guard, will throw it in. Driving to the basket, blocked away by Haley Malcolm. It goes out of bounds. Going to say it was off Conway. Smith to throw it in. Finds Torini. Loose ball, steal. Chloe Clardy. Chloe, little Euro step, goes to the left hand, can't get it to go. Held ball. Going to be Lady Cat basketball underneath their own basket. Lady Cats looking for their 20th win on the season. Clardy for 3. Out of bounds, coming back the other direction.
Jada Pickens never making it easy.
No, of course not. She and T. Rector, two of the better defenders that we've seen come through, and it's a program that always has a lot of good defenders. Defensive rebound, Olivia York, the 5'4" senior. Chloe Clardy, no good. Fighting for it, jump ball, gonna go back the other direction. Just 13 seconds, 14 seconds officially to go in this first quarter. So with that tie jump ball, it's gonna be Conway ball to begin the second quarter. And they get the steal. Pickens. Jada with the dish. Haley Malcolm finishes it off. 19-5 first quarter for the Lady Cats. Close on the three-point attempt. We will take 60 seconds here between quarters and come back. Conway 19, Mount St. Mary 5. 60 seconds and we're back on Conway Corp.
Located on Robinson Avenue next to Laurel Park, the Conway Regional Rehabilitation Hospital is one of only 4 licensed inpatient rehab hospitals in the entire state. Patients are cared for by specially trained staff under the direction of an on-site physician who specializes in rehabilitation medicine. Conway Regional Rehab Hospital, your choice for comprehensive care to bring you one step closer to home.
DeBoard Electronics, a trusted name since 1952, is located at 650 Dave Ward Drive, 2 miles west of I-40. DeBoard Electronics offers state-of-the-art options to customize your Yamaha golf cart or your Polaris side-by-side and even your boat. With cutting-edge products, you will look good and sound good when you're cruising the water. So enjoy your time on the lake listening to your favorite tunes thanks to DeBoard Electronics, 650 Dave Ward Drive in Conway.
19-5, and the Lady Cats have the ball to begin the second quarter with a 14-point lead.
Jada Pickens, 10 points in the first quarter for the senior on senior night. Chloe Clardy had 3 points and just as many steals, 3 steals.
Good crowd on hand tonight. It is a Tuesday night, final home game of the season. Traditional into the basketball year, our senior night. Seems like it's against Catholic and Mount St. Mary pretty much every year, whether it's the final game of the regular season or the next to last game like it is tonight.
It's just a reminder of how little time we have left with some of these players.
That's right.
I try not to think about it too much. But things like senior night force me to think about it.
Jada Pickens, deep three. Conway's going to keep possession. Mount St. Mary got a hand on the ball, and it goes out of bounds. Conway's going to keep it. Yeah, this has been an interesting group of seniors. It's they've had some success, obviously. They have also had to watch as some younger players have come in and taken some significant amount of playing time, but being a part of a team, being part of a program, they understand the best 5 are going to play.
Yeah.
And no matter what year these girls were born, the best 5 have been on the court, and that means some seniors have seen some of their playing time diminished, but still vital roles that they have all played in a 19-win season so far.
Well, I think Coach Hutchcraft said it best this week when she made the tweet about, or I guess retweeted, Lydia York's post about her playing at Lyon.
Yes.
And she used the phrase that, Lydia's made the best of this senior year because she hasn't had many opportunities her junior year and her sophomore year to show what she can do on the floor. But this senior year, it's been her time, and she's stepped up, and she's really shown what she can do. I mean, we've seen Lady Cats in the past that never even saw the floor that were getting offers to play at
That's right.
some smaller schools. So it's really cool to see Lydia have the opportunity to show what she can do on the floor and then make the most of it.
She committed to, or received an offer yesterday from Lyon College up in Batesville. From Tracy Stewart Lang, legendary coach. Played at UALR, and UALR was without a women's program for a long time, and when they resurrected it, she was their first head coach. Since then, Joe Foley has taken over and, of course, taken them to great success, but the coach that has recruited Lydia York has got a great story. Shot is up and no good. Free throws upcoming for Millie Allgood. We're going to get Jada Pickens for it, and that will be her second. And that's the 5th team foul. Only 2 have been called on Mount St. Mary at this point. First one good. Hagen Smith to come back into the game.
When you think about T. Rector, she coming into the season wasn't expected to be a starter and see as much time as she's seen. She kind of played her way into some more playing time in the tournament down in Texas, the Sandra Thomas tournament. And then just because of the reality of injuries, she's found herself in the starting lineup, and she's been such a boost for these Lady Cats defensively. And she shot the ball well, too.
York in and out, no good. Trying to get it on track here tonight. Hagen Smith has it knocked away, but T. Rector got a hold of it, but she stepped out of bounds. Yeah, we talk about this team as 20 and looking to go 20-7, 20 wins on the year. Still a chance to be the number 2 seed in what is probably the best conference, girls basketball conference, at least of the big schools for sure.
I don't think there's any probably
And
to that.
And but this is still a team that has played the entire conference season without one of their leaders, Jaden Thomas, and played the second half of the round robin without their starting center, who was such a difference maker underneath. And the fact that they've continued to have the success that they've had is just really remarkable.
I've had to really work on myself during this second half of the season of not getting too much into this what-if mode and still, you know, because there's still games to play, but it's hard sometimes to not think, well, gosh, what if Jaden and Savannah were out there right now? But simple fact is they're not.
And we still don't know what their availability is going to be next week. We've got one more regular season game at Bryant on Friday night, and then next week will be the state tournament. If the Lady Cats could somehow get to that 2 seed, that benefits them in so many ways.
Yes.
We've talked about being opposite of Northside, but probably the biggest benefit is an additional day's rest, one fewer game that they have to play at the tournament that week. And so all of that works to the advantage of a team that's been beat up.
Well, I got the chance to talk to Jaden this week. She's our 501 basketball team honoree. And so you mentioned it earlier. We'll have those stories on Thursday. But she's just not sure. You know, she's got her 4-week post-op appointment on Tuesday of next week, the week of the state tournament.
Oh, wow.
So you just don't know. You don't know what she's gonna find out when they go to that checkup.
Yeah.
And she's been doing everything she can, shooting drills and trying to stay in the best shape that she can with, you know, the limitations she's had because of that injury.
Haley Malcolm with 4 points, misses the free throw on the 3-point attempt.
That player right there is just
That's Jada Pickens.
That is Jada Pickens.
Yes. Sneaks behind the defender, steals the rebound away. 13-point lead for the Lady Cats as we're at the halfway point of the second quarter. It is senior night. Coming up between games, we will meet the seniors from both of the teams, and their families will be with them, of course. See that for you between games. In and out, no good. Lydia York still can't get one to fall, but she's going to keep shooting, and that's what you want. She'll dial it in. Steal, Chloe Clardy. The outlet to Pickens. Too far underneath, can't get it to go. All good. Out to Wilcox, inside to Allgood. She spins and falls, but instead a foul will be called. Haley Malcolm whistled for the foul, and that is going to be the second on Malcolm. Steal, Chloe Clardy. Out ahead of everybody, gets the layup to go. I think everyone expected a foul to be called there, the way they all kind of stopped and just waited for the whistle, but it never came. Double team, all kinds of trouble. Bell's able to get out of it. That's Wilcox. Smith in the corner. Hagen Smith throws it up. Good job defensively. They stood their ground. Straight up and down, they're inside the paint. Lydia York has it blocked. Haley Malcolm too strong. We'll come back the other way. 15-point lead for the Lady Cats. They led by 14 at the end of the first quarter.
Seeing a lot of shots tonight. Weird angles under the rim.
Yeah. Sloppy play here in the last few minutes of the first half. Smith blocked by Haley Malcolm. A flat-footed block by the 6-foot Malcolm on the 5'2" Hagen Smith. We'll see Alex Jolivet for the first time tonight.
You know, I've hated Savannah Scott being out with the injury, but one perk of it has been the progression we've got to see out of Haley Malcolm. As she's come off the floor for a break, she's just really developed over this stretch and is going to give them more depth at that position.
Libby Franks knocks down the shot. 25-12. Three-pointer, good. Chloe Clardy knocks it down. She's got 10. And another steal. She might have a double-double with points and steals in this first half, the way she's going. She'll go to the free throw line. Talked about the week that Lydia York had with the offer to play college basketball at Lyon yesterday. Chloe Clardy with a big week as well. She was honored as the North Little Rock Downtown Tip-Off Club Player of the Week. Tip-Off Club is the basketball equivalent of the Touchdown Club that's pretty well known for football, and we've had quite a few Wampus Cats through the years who have been honored by the Touchdown Club, and she was honored by the Downtown Tip-Off Club this week as their Player of the Week. 30-12. Lady Cats won by 33 a month ago. They're also coming off of their first win in a while. They had lost 3 straight, which hadn't happened in a really long time, and they lost 3 straight at home, which I don't know if our records go back far enough for us to find the last time they had lost 3 in a row at home.
Yeah, it was a weird feeling. It was a weird stretch of basketball for this underhanded, short-handed team.
On basket, Chloe Clardy.
33-12. Some of Chloe Clardy's biggest fans across the way from our broadcast position. Been watching them. You saw a brief shot of them there for a second. Every time that she has made a big basket, they have been animated.
Yeah,
it's been nice to see.
I'm trying to figure out who they are. I thought I saw maybe one of them wearing a soccer shirt, so I'm kind of wondering if it's the soccer team, but.
It's Hagen Smith. Back of the rim, no good. Chloe with the rebound. Good look inside to Lauren Hill. Can't get it to fall. No whistle. Under a minute to play in the first half. Chloe Clardy gets there just in time to knock it away. Tarini. There'll be a jump ball. Held ball will belong to Mount St. Mary. 33-12. Althoff can't get it to go. Free throws upcoming. Update from Coach Janet Taylor, who is watching the stream tonight. Yes, that is the boys' soccer team.
See, I knew it.
Well, and how
I
about
was very confident in that assertion, right?
A production credit. We'll have to change the credits at the end of the game. On-site producer, Janet Taylor.
She would be
Thank
good
you,
at that
Coach.
job.
She would be great at that job.
She would be really good at that job.
Second free throw goes, 33-14. Michaela Reed back in, had a good start to the game as a senior that got the chance to be on the court at the beginning. Maya Boxley is checked in as well, number 11. Clardy for 3. Too strong. And the rebound to Caitlin Tarini. Final 5 seconds. Althoff double teamed. Ball gets knocked out of bounds by Michaela Reed. Second to go here.
What that soccer call out really tells you is that my eyes aren't as horrible as I think they
Hey,
are.
I'm impressed. I know you're very youthful, but still, it's a long way over there. That's going to do it. Good first half for the Lady Cats. They have the lead 33-14 at halftime. Time now for the Conway Regional Health System halftime show.
You don't wake up thinking about internet speed, electricity, reliability. Your mind isn't on advanced treatment facilities or customizable systems. You don't have to think about any of these things because we do. Conway Corp. Always on.
Students, faculty, and family came together to help celebrate with fellow seniors for being recognized for their achievements at the National Signing Day ceremony. 6 seniors from Conway High will not only further their education, but live out their dreams of playing college football. Head coach Keith Fimple expressed his thoughts at the ceremony of how proud and honored to be the students' coach throughout the years.
At this point, it has been an honor and a privilege to be around you and coach you. Take the things that you have learned and take them to school. Go every step that you can from right now. And always know that you can come back home right here and we will be right here for you for anything you need.
Each senior delivered heartfelt remarks on their time playing football at Conway High and thank yous to everyone for support.
I want to thank my mother for the sacrifice and the support. She has always believed in me and encouraged me to be a good man. I especially appreciate her telling me how trash I am after every football game.
My granddad, Bo, for showing me that I'm truly blessed. God has blessed me immensely with the family that I have and the friends that He's put in my life, and He's the whole reason I'm here today, and I can't thank Him enough.
Conway Corp was able to talk to a few of the seniors on what they expect in their future athletic careers.
Excited about going to Tech. It's been one of my biggest dreams to play football in college. I think Arkansas Tech is going to help me improve in a lot of things. I want to be successful and play football. So
now I'm on cloud 9. You know, I've worked so hard for this. My parents have done what they could to put me in this position. The coaches at UTA are doing a great job with recruiting me, and they're taking a chance on me and trusting in me and making it happen. So I'm really excited. I can't wait to wear purple, but I'll always bleed blue. So.
As these seniors enter new playing fields, playing football for Conway High was their foundation for ultimate success. With Conway Corp, I'm Alantra Betts.
And welcome back to the third quarter. As you could see, they started a little early. Our clock had not got a chance to run all the way down to 0. The clock is one of my favorite new additions to the broadcast.
Yeah, it was a great idea.
Was it
Great
your
addition.
idea?
No, I think it was your idea.
I mean,
or maybe it was Ryan's idea.
It had to be. Well, it was Ryan's execution. Or it might have been John's execution. It might have been Javon's execution. I don't know. We got a lot of talented people. So what were you saying?
Well, I was just going to say, they're being very efficient tonight with the clock. They started right at 6 o'clock.
Yes.
We're no funny business tonight. No staying late.
No triple overtimes.
No triple overtimes.
Man, what a night that was. 35-14. Conway leads Mount St. Mary. Oh, steal. Jada Pickens got her hands on it. She scored double figures in the first half and adds 2 to her total here. She's got a dozen. The Lady Cats are up 37-14.
Yeah, 12 for her now, and Chloe Clardy with 15 in the first half. Lady Cats didn't shoot great, though, just 31% overall and only 24% from the three-point line. That stat has been consistently hovering lower the last few games. I'd like to see that change a little bit as we head towards the state tournament, because they're not going to stop shooting them.
Right.
So I'd just like to get some confidence back in that shot.
Wild shot doesn't go, but free throws are upcoming for the smiling Jada Pickens.
It's one of my favorite quotes from the Jaden Thomas story this week. Usually when we talk about these stories, they've already come out, but that's the reverse this time.
Yeah, because we're Tuesday night before the Thursday story comes out.
Yeah, but she talked about, I asked her, like, what's it been like the last 2 years being with Coach Hutchcraft? What have you learned? Those kinds of things. And she really credited Coach Hutchcraft with helping her become a more confident shooter. One of the funniest things she said was, if you've ever watched Lady Cat basketball, you know how we love to shoot the ball. Like, yes, I do know that. Lady Cats with the 39-14 advantage. You can see that same starting 5 that we started the game with. Of course, Michaela Reed back out there with 3 other seniors and the freshman.
Yeah, 4 seniors and a 9th grader. You would never see this if they were like, let's say they were 4 6th graders. Then a kid younger than them by 4 classes. No, they wouldn't hang. They wouldn't let that little girl be a friend of theirs. Big tough 6th graders. But in this scenario, yeah.
Stats had the good call out during halftime is, do you think she's done growing? What if she still has a couple inches to grow?
Yeah, 14, 15 years old. Pickens getting beat up, still smiling. Jada Pickens, big smile all the time. 14 points on senior night.
I don't know if you saw Coach Hutchcraft's tweets this morning. She was tweeting out pictures of the seniors.
I did.
And each one had, like their picture from their media day that they do. But also combined with a picture of them as a child. And pretty much all of them, it was a picture of them holding a basketball, or maybe it was like their basketball picture from Pee Wee days.
Boys and Girls Club or Upward or something.
It was great. It's just so great to see those images of how important basketball has been for all of these players.
And it as we're at senior night and we think about these young ladies, and also it's always a time that, I don't know, senior night always makes me start to think about other players that have come through here and where they are now. And, we've had some other senior nights already this year, as Haley Estes has had her senior night down at Henderson, and the success that she has had and the mark that she has made at Henderson State is the same she did here. What a remarkable young woman.
Well, and it's been I was thinking about this week. It's been a year since I wrote that story about all just the more recent Lady Cats that have come through and playing college ball, and all of them are seniors this year. We didn't know that at the time because we thought Jordan was completing her senior year, and ended up she was able to get another year of eligibility.
Yep.
So it's pretty neat to revisit that.
Well, it was a couple of nights ago that the Razorbacks and Lex Tollfree and Mississippi State and Jordan Danbury were the back-to-back featured games on the SEC network. And just to sit and watch them both and just to know what we've seen them do to this point was pretty spectacular. One other note about that group of young ladies, if you haven't had a chance to listen to the Hog Pod that Bo Mattingly, sports caster of all kinds of sort from Northwest Arkansas, TV, radio, does a lot, producing some really great television that he does as well. Chloe Clardy knocking that down. He did his podcast, the Hog Pod, with Lex Tollfree. And to hear her talk about her time here, to talk about how she was so small that there were parents who were telling her parents, she doesn't need to go to Conway. She needs to go to Mayflower or to, she mentioned other schools in the area. And it's really interesting. If you haven't had a chance to listen to it, you should, just to hear a lot about Conway and about the Lady Cats and the growth of young lady Lex Tollfree that we really watched grow up in front of our eyes, and now is playing outstanding on the biggest stage, the SEC stage, playing for a top 25 team, being talked about in the realm of the WNBA as someone who could get a chance as a shooter. And so there's some really cool things that are happening with Lex, and so happy for her and for Jordan and Haley, all of them. And those are just three of them. There's so many other young ladies. Well, Jada Pickens hardly even moved the net. that what they have done, and so just proud of them. And on senior night, it's certainly a time of reflection, and what's happening with them is worth mentioning to the Lady Cat fans. Lydia York with the steal. Lady Cats up 47-16, halfway through the third quarter. Clardy, Jada Pickens thought about the three. Deep three. Front of the rim, no good. 19 points for Jada Pickens, 20 for Chloe Clardy. Those two having fun on senior night. Only one of them a senior, though. In the lane, shot will not go for Althoff. Pickens kicking it out to Lydia York. Got it. There's the first three of the night for Lydia York. Day after she received her first offer to play college basketball from Lyon College.
Well, they hit just 4 3-pointers in the first half. I think they're already up to 3 here in this third quarter.
Pass underneath, and the basket good by Franks. Chloe Clardy. Jada Pickens will hustle and get the rebound. Under 3 to play in the third quarter. This team looking for win number 20 on the year, then at Bryant on Friday night. And that Bryant game is hugely important. Whistle and a foul. We talked about how Conway could end up as the 2 or could potentially fall to the 5. Probably not going to fall to the 5 at this point, but could still be the 2 seed. Cabot, the team that's in the second spot right now, has a really tough road to the end of the year. They're playing Fort Smith Northside and then at North Little Rock for Cabot. So that's 2 tough ones for them. We've got Mount St. Mary tonight and then at Bryant. Bryant is at North Little Rock tonight, and that's a tough one on the road.
Yeah,
and then us.
They're currently losing 26-15 to North Little Rock, which helps your Lady Cats here because with the win tonight, they'll have a game cushion between them and Bryant heading into that final matchup.
And if Cabot were to lose to Fort Smith Northside tonight, Lady Bears unbeaten in conference play, 23-3 overall. If they get the victory over Cabot, Then Cabot would fall into a tie with Conway.
Which I figured out the tiebreakers during our pregame tonight. Let me just read this craziness to you.
Okay.
So the first tiebreaker, if it's just between two teams, is the head-to-head. That's simple enough, except that Conway and Cabot have split head-to-head this season. The second tiebreaker is margin of victory between the two teams with a maximum of 10 points per game. Well, we beat them by 10. They beat us by more than 10, but you only get the maximum of 10.
Right.
So we go to the final tiebreaker, which would be the winning conference game points with a maximum of 10 points per game. Well, here's the scenario tonight. Your Lady Cats come into tonight's game with 80 points in their AAA conference wins. Cabot has 90 points.
Okay.
But if they lose to Northside tonight, they will not get any points. We will get 10 points. We will have 90 points.
So then what happens?
Well, if both Cabot and Conway win on Friday, and they win, let's say they both win by more than 10 points, they'll have the same number of conference points. So we can't use that tiebreaker. We have to go to the final tiebreaker, which is flipping a coin.
Flipping a coin.
Flipping a coin to decide who gets to be the 2 and a bye, or the 3 and having to play on Thursday night.
Hugely important. And it could very well come down to
a coin flip.
A coin toss.
So what we need.
So that's fun.
What we need, Jeff, is we need Northside to beat Cabot tonight. Seems very likely to happen. I haven't looked at the scores, but I'll keep an eye on that as we go. And then we need North Little Rock to just upset upset Cabot, which wouldn't be a huge upset. They're pretty close talent-wise. Cabot has to go to North Little Rock on Friday. We need North Little Rock to just play the game of their lives, beat Cabot, and then we don't even have to worry about it. We just have to worry about taking care of our business at Bryant.
9 points now for Haley Malcolm. Taking care of business. So far tonight, that's definitely happening. 55-18. Hagen Smith too strong on the three-pointer. Maya Boxley gets the rebound. So needless to say, there's a lot to still play for.
Yes.
Taking care of our business will help tremendously. We would need a little help. And then the coin toss to go our way.
Or just North Little Rock beat Cabot on Friday and we'll be good.
Yeah, that would be fine too. Trying to track down the Cabot Northside score from right now that they're playing this evening. Get an official word on that, and every writer that I know from that part of the state is either at the Southside game or tweeting about spring training baseball. So not able to find anything so far. How about you?
I have not been able to find it either, but I'll keep efforting throughout the night. That's the word we use.
Efforting.
Efforting.
Lacey Larkins, front of the rim, no good. The rebound and the follow for Kalena King. 57-21, final minute of the third quarter. Fourth quarter will be played with the AAA's sportsmanship rules. Clock will run throughout the fourth quarter. Between games, we will have our senior night activities. I'll show you that live tonight as the 9 seniors. I think there's actually a couple of managers too that are seniors. And so the 9 senior players and the others that'll be recognized will do that at halftime between the two games tonight. Going to get Lacey Larkins for the foul. (57-21). The 16-foot jumper is good by Katie Wilcox. Maya Boxley. Baseline dribble finds Lacey Larkins. Three-pointer good. 60-23.
So I was able to effort the Cabot Northside score.
Oh, good.
Northside leading Cabot 25-17 in the third quarter.
We have just completed the third quarter here at Buzz Bowling Arena. It's all Lady Cats. The clock will run in the fourth quarter, then the Lady Cats will have their 20th win of the year. 60-23 right now. We've got the fourth quarter next after a 60-second break on Conway Court.
This is my home, and here's my hot water heater, located right above my living room. And here's the mess it made when it leaked. Really leaked. Kind of throws off the ambiance, don't you think? Well, I stayed calm and called the experts at All Clean Restoration. So here it is, my living room before the water damage and my living room after. Or as I like to think, my living room before All Clean, my living room after All Clean. All Clean Restoration, proudly serving all of Arkansas.
We are Conway's legacy. Just like our family, Conway continues to grow and thrive.
And at Legacy Fencing, we will continue to maintain the level of quality and service that we've provided for the last 2 decades.
From our friendly and helpful office staff, to our outstanding installers, to our shop foremen, and even our college interns, fencing will not only be our legacy, but yours.
And that's why at Legacy Fencing we say, it's fencing for a lifetime.
Lady Cats are 8 minutes away from having their 20th win of the year. And with the win tonight, it'll be 7 consecutive years of 20 wins or more for the Lady Cats. Just a remarkable string of success that they have had.
Well, there's been some years in there where they had upwards of 20, close to 30
yes.
a few years.
Yes. Travel, give the ball back. But the clock will continue to run here. Senior night coming up in just a few minutes. And again, we will have that for you live, so stick around if you have a senior that's playing tonight. I know sometimes some grandparents and some folks get a chance to watch some of these kids grow up, and big night tonight to get to honor them.
Lady Cats scored 27 points in that third quarter.
27's a lot.
27 points. Chloe Clardy looking at getting close to some final numbers here. I don't see Chloe on the court. So Chloe finished with 20 points. I doubt we'll see her back on the floor tonight. Jada has 19. Do you think she wants the freshman to outscore her on senior night?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think she wants to outscore on any night, but especially tonight. Jada Pickens pretty competitive. Thought about the three, pulled it down. Good dish. Lauren Hill with the basket. The assist to Jada Pickens.
She wants those 2 more points, but she got the assist. I give props to her. I don't know if I would have had the strength to do that.
I bet you she gets another chance. Wilcox. Skip pass over to Smith. Stolen away. There's the outlet. From T. Rector to Jada Pickens. She takes the lead. 21 points. And let's see if Chloe Clardy tries to check herself into the game. She's going to stay on the bench. Probably a good idea. Senior night will be a success tonight. The only senior that hasn't scored is T. Rector. She has got a handful of steals, which is not a surprise. Pickens to Lydia York. That's Michaela Reed. Michaela got the start tonight, scored 4 points early in the first half. (64-25). Whistle, and it will be a foul on Lauren Hill. Lady Cats had that tough stretch where they lost 3 in a row at home. On the road, they've had a great year, 5-1 on the road this year. And they'll go on the road for what is a very important game on Friday night.
Well, they were more at full strength because they still had Savannah Scott when they had that crazy road stretch. They were without her for all 3 of those home losses that they had.
That's right.
Over the last couple weeks. which, you know, I haven't gotten an update on Savannah.
Okay.
I told you the update earlier that I had on Jaden.
Yes.
She has her 4-week post-op appointment on Tuesday.
Before the state tournament begins later that week.
Yeah, which is 2 days before they would play,
yeah.
most likely. And, you know, she said, I'm optimistic, but that's just 12 days away, or 11 days now. And so, you know, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to see there. But if Savannah's back, this team was playing really good basketball. She's such a difference maker in the way that teams have to defend this team.
Yes.
When she's on the floor, that, you know, if we don't get Jaden back, we've got lots of years left with her. We've got lots of years left with Savannah as well.
Right.
But if she can come back for the state tournament, I think this team becomes a little bit more dangerous.
Well, it's hard to replace 6'3", hard to replace a young lady who's most likely going to play Division I college basketball. Jada Pickens trying hard. Lauren Hill underneath, too far. And Savannah was averaging 7.5 a game and 6.5 rebounds. So 7.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, which you think, well, that's not a lot to have to replace, but it's just the space that she filled and the way that she changed everything for this team. So the seniors coming off the court, Jada Pickens, Michaela Reed, Lydia York, and Tiana Rector. Those 4 seniors coming off the court with 3 minutes to play. Going to get the win tonight.
And when Savannah's on the floor, you know, the opposing team's defense, they can't cheat out on the perimeter as much. So that opens up the three-point shot, which during this stretch they have not shot as well.
Yeah.
And then it opens up more opportunities for Chloe to be Chloe, which is to say a natural scorer.
Is what you want, yeah.
Got an update from Cabot. Northside now with a 12-point lead, 32-20 with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter.
And just because we always want to know who to root for, we're rooting for Northside.
We're rooting for Northside. We need Cabot to lose. They lose tonight. We will be tied with Cabot for that 2 seed. And it'll be a true tie because we'll have
in every way.
Except that we need Northside to keep this 10-point lead. We need, but it won't really matter for Cabot because they won't gain any points tonight.
Right.
We are gaining 10 points with this win. We'll be tied with them in points. We'll be tied with them in our head-to-head matchup. And so it's all going to come down to this Friday slate. Cabot at North Little Rock, and we will be at Bryant.
So a couple of road games for those 2 teams that'll be battling for that number 2 seed. North Little Rock is playing Bryant tonight. So that's also a big game worth paying attention to. If Bryant were to lose to North Little Rock, they would be tied, each with 5 losses. Northside takes care of Cabot. Conway wins. Those teams both tied with 4 losses. And then they'll each play each other on Friday.
And the last scoring update I have from North Little Rock is the Lady Charging Wildcats up 31-22 on Bryant at halftime.
So there is a possibility, if I'm doing the math on this right, if North Little Rock beats Bryant, and what did you say the score was?
They're up by 9.
Okay, so if North Little Rock holds on and wins, 3-point basket, Chandler Van Zant, sophomore guard, knocks it down. They will each have 5 losses. If Bryant were to beat us, we would have 5 losses. If Cabot loses their 2 games, which is possible, they would have 5 losses. We would have 4 teams tied with 5 losses through the regular season and the conference part of the season.
Well, if all that happened, North Little Rock would, if they win tonight and then beat Cabot on Friday, they would actually jump.
Right. I'm just saying that from a record standpoint, you'd have 4 teams with exactly the same record, everybody with 5 losses. Now, of course, there'd be a tiebreaker in the whole thing, but
it could get wild.
Oh, yeah. I mean, already we're talking about a possibility of a coin flip.
I really hope that it doesn't come down to that.
No. 73-31. Conway gets the win over Mount St. Mary. And for the 7th consecutive year, it is a 20-win season for Coach Ashley Hutchcraft and the Lady Cats. 20-7 overall, and now 9-4 in conference play. Still in play for that 2 seed. Very, very much in play for that 2 seed. before we get to Bryant next week. All right, that is the final from the girls' game. Any final numbers? No, we went through a lot of them already.
Jada Pickens, she got that last 2 points she needed. She finished the night as the leading scorer. 21 points for the senior. Chloe Clardy with 20 points here on senior night for the freshmen. So your senior, 21, your freshman, 20. That's how it should be on senior night.
Very, very good. All right, we have got our senior night festivities going to happen in just a moment. Let's take a 30-second break, and then we're back with senior night on Conway Court.
In 1916, Smith Ford opened its doors in Conway and began building a legacy that today is over a century old and still going strong. Now let's put this into perspective. When Smith Ford started out, their cars looked like this. Today, they look like this. Outstanding customer service. At Smith Ford, they don't just say it, they define it. You just don't live to see 100 unless you're living right, eating right, or selling right. Smith Ford has been doing all three since 1916.
And senior night about to take place here at Buzz Bowling Arena. Public address announcer Tim Roach will handle the announcement of the players and their families that are with them. So we will turn things over to him in just a moment when this begins for what is always a very special night. You see the underclassmen and women for both teams that are helping line up along with the Spirit squads. And then Coach Clint Ashcraft, athletic director for Conway, and Coach Longan and Coach Hutchcraft out there as well. So real special night, good group of kids that we've had fun getting to watch over the past few years to be honored here tonight. Stick around following senior night festivities. We have got a huge game upcoming. All right, time now for the senior night.
We will stop to recognize our senior Spirit mascots, senior Lady Cats, and senior Wampus Cat basketball players. We appreciate the dedication and commitment they have made to our basketball program. Please hold your applause until all the seniors have been introduced. First, we have our senior Wampus Cat mascots. Austin Minister. Austin is the son of Cindy and Todd Minister. Senior Hunter Norris. Hunter is the daughter of Laura Norris. Senior Andre Walker. Andre is the son of Karen and Andre Walker. And now for our senior Wampus Cat basketball players. Senior Chase Boyd. Chase is the son of Rhonda and Tim Boyd. Senior Lucas Foster. Lucas is the son of Angela and Rodney Foster. Senior Caleb London. Caleb is the son of Matina London. Senior Xavier Robinson. Xavier is the son of Sandra and Nakia Robinson. Our final senior Wampus Cat, Trey Talla. Trey is the son of Tracy and David Talla. senior Lady Cat basketball players and managers. Senior Brianna McGee. Brianna is the daughter of Ola and Bruce McGee. Senior Jada Pickens. Jada is the daughter of Stephanie and Adrian Pickens. Senior Tiana Rector. Tiana is the daughter of Christopher Rector and Michelle and Kendrick Alexander. Senior Michaela Reed. Michaela is the daughter of Stephanie Brooks and Marcus Reed. Our final senior Lady Cat, Lydia York. Lydia is the daughter of Steve York and Alicia and Nicholas Garza. All of these seniors, along with their teammates, will be headed to the state tournament next week. Congratulations to these senior athletes and their parents. We wish them luck. Once again, our senior Conway Wampus Cat mascot, basketball, and Lady Cat.
And our seniors tonight, great to see them honored and to see them happy and smiling. Their family's excited. So much effort, so much sacrifice goes into kids getting to this point to play sports at this level, and good to see them with a victory tonight. Hopefully we'll get a boys win coming up in a few minutes as well. All right, we'll have about 10 minutes here between games, 10 minutes between games, and we will we'll be here when you come back. Good time to grab something to drink, do whatever you got to do there at your place, and then we will be back with the boys game. Coming up, Conway and Catholic on Conway Court. Starters being introduced now for the boys game. Let's join Tim Roach with the starting lineups.
At center, a 6'2" senior, number 21, Jordan Eddington. At guard, a 6'2" senior, number 24, Brian Flanagan. At guard, a 6' senior, number 33, Sam Hanna. And at guard, a 6'1" senior, number 35, Will Klein. Head coach of the Catholic Rockets is Todd Izar. And now, here's the starting lineup for your Conway Wampus Cats. At guard, a 6'4" senior, number 1, Caleb London. At guard, a 5'10" senior, number 2, Trey Tall. At guard, a 5'9" senior, number 5, Chase Boyd. At guard, a 5'11" senior, number 10, Lucas Foster. And at forward, a 6' senior, number 13, Xavier Robinson. The Scouts are coached by Salty Longing and assisted by Nick Harrow.
Starters introduced for both teams tonight, and as is the case traditionally on senior night, it's all senior starters for the boys. It was all senior starters for the girls, except they just had 4 and they wanted to play with 5, and so they let Chloe Clardy start the game as well. But for the boys, it is those seniors: Caleb London, Trey Tull, Chase Boyd, Lucas Foster, and Xavier Robinson. Cats come in 17-7 overall. They are 7-5 in conference play. Catholic is 9-15, but they're 3-9 in conference play. They are dangerous. They went into Northside and beat Northside at their place. They played us to within 3 points at their place just a couple of weeks ago. It's as good as a 3-9 team as you're going to see, and we will watch how this one plays out. I'll tell you why I'm laughing in just a second as we are underway. The 5 seniors starting for Coach Longing. I'll tell you quickly why I'm laughing. As the ball was tipped, Jaden Williams, who is becoming one of our favorites, if not our favorite, as soon as the ball was tipped, he stood up and started walking to the scores table like, "I'm ready to be in, Coach." And they put a shoulder, he was smiling, they put an arm on him and told him to sit down. So he is ready to be back out there. Caleb London, senior star for this team. Thankful so much that his mom got him to Conway, grew up in Memphis, playing in Conway, and has done great things here. It's been great to watch.
You know, I never made the connection, but I got to interview him this week and asked, why Arkansas State? What made you choose them? You had, other places to look at as well. It's like the proximity to Memphis.
Yeah.
So a lot of his family that's still there will be able to watch him play in college. And I'm like, well, okay, I feel dumb now.
Yeah,
duh. That's a great idea.
But, I mean, and there were lots of places he could have gone and maybe some higher profile schools, to be honest. But I think it's a great fit for him. He will do really, really well in the Sun Belt. And it'll be fun to get to see him play because he'll play at Little Rock a couple, every year. They'll come down and play here. Maybe at some point, UCA and ASU will renew their rivalry, get a chance to see him play here in Conway once again. But it won't be too far to go to Jonesboro to watch that young man play. And I'll tell you, you got a chance to visit with him, and he stopped by our broadcast position before the girls' game just to say thanks for what we do. I could count on one hand, maybe 2 hands, the number of times that's happened in 2 decades.
Well, he specifically mentioned that his grandfather has been able to watch some of these games because of, us streaming them. So, yeah, that's why we do this, right?
Without a doubt. We love doing it. And the fact that we've already heard from Jaden Williams' grandmother, she is an active viewer and an active user of the YouTube chat. Already heard from her, and we especially tonight. If this is a night, if you're watching the stream and you want to chime in, please do so. We'd love to hear from you on the YouTube chat, or also on Twitter, 5 Sports Live. You see the handle there at the top there, and Caleb with the first 2 points of the night for senior night. Just like the Lady Cats were in a position to play themselves into the number 2 seed, these boys are in the same place. Now they're going to need some help to get there. Northside is playing at Cabot tonight, and then Fort Smith Southside after that. It's a game they'll probably win. Conway's probably going to be the 3 or the 4.
Yeah, and that Northside Cabot game hasn't even started yet, so we're ahead of them. We won't know that outcome probably tonight, but we'll keep you posted with scores throughout.
Lucas Foster, Xavier Robinson, Chase Boyd, and Trey Tull joining Caleb London on the court. I think these Cats can be dangerous when we get into the tournament. There is talent throughout. Is there size throughout? No. But can they match up and find a way? Absolutely. And I'll tell you, one of the reasons why I believe in them as much as I do, even with their lack of size, is who we were talking about, 25, Jaden Williams. He has found a different gear these past few games. Really impressive.
Yeah, ask Caleb, because it's easy to forget that this team a year ago won the 2 seed, had a bye in the state tournament, ended up in the semifinals before they went out to Northside, the eventual state champions. And, I asked him, what's different? Because you lost a lot of players from that team a year ago. What's different about this team? And he said this is much more a defensive-minded team, whereas a year ago it was much more offensively focused. And he mentioned that phrase, dog mentality, that they all have. They're just willing to do whatever it takes to get the rebound, to defend a shot. And you see that in him and the fact that he's had to play out of position the entire season.
Will Klein with the backdoor cut in the basket. You will see them do that all night long, and they've done it forever. Tim Ezai, longtime head coach. He's now the athletic director, and his son Todd is the head coach. And they have run this backdoor that used to be called a Princeton-style offense. A lot of people knew it as that. It's not so much anymore, but the backdoor cut, that style of basketball has taken them a lot of places and gotten a lot of victories. There is a player on the court. Mentioned Will Klein, of course, his father Joe, the former NBA player and SEC network analyst who's on the end of the bench tonight, not working, so he's able to be here to help coach this Rocket team. But another player, Trey Tull to the basket, another player whose name you'll recognize is number 21 for Catholic. That's Jordan Eddington, and he was a big-time football player, playing a little quarterback for them, playing a lot of quarterback for them, and he is on the basketball court tonight.
Just brought back some good memories, Jeff, of that game. Wow.
6-2 is the early score. That's Heard. The kick out and the 3 from the top of the key. No good. Klein with the rebound. Pass underneath. This is a point-blank shot. Does Brian Flanagan. And we're coming back the other way. Foster. Skip past to Tull. In the lane, it's blocked, out of bounds. Going to stay on this end.
Got a girls' final from North Little Rock. North Little Rock holding on there, winning by 10, 63-53 over Bryant.
So Bryant and North Little Rock both 8-5. Cabot and Conway both 9-4. And Bryant and North Little Rock host Cabot and Conway respectively on Friday night. So there could be even more of a mess. The good news is that puts Conway in a really good spot. If they can get the win over Bryant, it'll just come down to what Cabot does with North Little Rock. And if we can get North Little Rock, if we can get North Little Rock to get a victory, Conway will be the 2 seed.
Yep, they
and
will.
There are so many advantages to be in that 2 going into next week. 6-4, Conway's boys winning by 2. Conway and Catholic. Chase Boyd, great defender, smart with the basketball. Over to Trey Tull now. A couple of players get tangled up, Will Klein and Caleb London, and they'll get Will Klein for the foul.
His first team second.
He is very slow to get up.
Nathan Johnson will check in his place, and a couple of players in for the Wampus Cats. Bryce Bohannon is in the game, as well as Jaden Williams. So on the court now is basically what's become the starting lineup for these Wampus Cats. Bryce Bohannon has taken over the point guard duties. Lucas Foster and Trey Tull shoot the basketball from the outside. You got Caleb playing the 4, and Jaden Williams as the 5. Trey Tull knocks down the 3. It's 9-4. Conway on top.
And I tell you, this starting 5 here, it's turned into a good crew for this Wampus Cat team, with Bryce back from injury finally a few weeks ago.
And really at 100%.
Yeah. And Jaden Williams, you already mentioned, coming into his own on the post.
Jaden has really become the emotional leader of this team. What's great about him and the way his game is progressing right now is a lot of times that emotional leader, that's really all they add to a team. They're the ones who are picking up their teammates. They're the guys on the court who are kind of keeping everybody focused. And he's doing that, but he's also scoring 10 a game and pulling down 10 rebounds a game. And there's been games that he scored a lot more than that, but it's been an impressive last half of the season with Jaden Williams. Gabriel Racher checks in. Ten to 4, Cats up by 6. Caleb London. Going to get the charge call.
With the foul charge, Caleb London.
Everybody's confused. Jaden Williams was out there directing traffic. He was giving the charge signal to Coach Longing.
It kind of felt like he was also giving it to public address announcer Tim Roach. It was not a basket, it was a charge. 10 to 4. Good defense. Trey Tull almost got the 5-second call. Flanagan. Top of the key, Eddington no good. Williams with the rebound. Lucas Foster. Got it.
We had the perfect angle on that one.
Yeah.
You could tell as soon as it left his hands, it was on target.
I would teach the world to sing like Lucas Foster shoots the basketball. It is perfect. Pulls the ball back next to his ear. All elbow release. It's great.
Janet Bean checking in on Facebook with us, 5 Sports Live. She said she had to hold it together in October on senior night because she was a senior night mom for football.
Yes.
But she said she cried tonight watching from
That's
home
all right.
for the moms on the court.
Yeah. And you think about, I mean, we kind of feel that way, and we just see them when they're in their uniforms and under the lights, but we've been around enough sports to know that it is all so much more. Getting kids to early practice. My girlfriend's son is a 9th grader, a rising sophomore, and their basketball season has ended, so he's transitioned into off-season football. Well, that means he's a Wampus Cat now, and so 6:45 defensive back practice this morning. He'll do it again Thursday morning, and the sacrifices to get him there and every other player at every other sport at every other time, and it all culminates on senior night. It's pretty special. 13 to 6, Cats on top. Paul Harris is in the game. Look at Jaden Williams not giving up on it, and it results in another miss, but a rebound, and the big man, too strong.
A lot of good things happening right there, but didn't end with points.
Except the 2 points. Got another rebound, though, on the miss, and a foul will be called on Nathan Johnson.
Oh, Jaden.
He's so animated.
He just flexed a little bit.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, speaking of.
Yes, sir.
Classy students, this is my favorite night of the year.
Oh, when they wear their ties.
Yeah.
Yes. Very sharp. Look at those. Good look. Was that a Wampus Cat tie?
That was a Wampus Cat tie. Where do you get that?
Okay, I'm going to request another shot of that at some point, please. Less than a minute to go. Maybe as we come back for the start of the second quarter, we can get us a good look at that. That's nice. 13-6. First quarter has been a good one for the Wampus Cats. Playing for the last shot. Bryce Bohannon will begin things here with 8 seconds to go. Lucas Foster. Dribble. Paul Harris, the shot. Knocking it down. The sophomore sharp shooter, Paul Harris, makes it 16-6, a 10-point lead for the Wampus Cats as we go to quarter number 2. 60-second break, and we're back on Conway Court.
From setting the budget to signing the papers, we guide you through the home buying process and get you the key. Making better happen with First Security.
Helton's Wrecker U-Haul has the service you need. Whatever the automotive problem, Helton's has the diagnostics to repair it. If you're moving across town or across country, Helton's is your #1 choice for U-Haul in Conway. We have a wide selection of packing supplies for every aspect of your moves. Also, we sell and install hitches. Call 327-4696 for a quote. At Helton's Wrecker U-Haul, we are always on our toes. Give us a call at 327-7681.
All right, you want to know what it's like to be the parent of a teenager? That young man with his back to us has got the only tie on in the whole. There he goes. Turn around.
There it is.
Nice. That's exactly what it's like to be the parent of a teenager.
They listen well. They
listen well on their own terms.
Okay.
When the whistle blows and the game starts back, they turn around.
To be honest, that's just like being a parent of a toddler.
Well, there is truth. It's been a few years since I've been the parent of a toddler. So, all right, back at it, 16-6. Wampus Cats leading by 10. Ben Burnett in the game, number 0. Right-hand dribble, the sophomore. Cross court to Eddington.
Wampus Cat three-point shooting was on point in the first quarter. 75%, 3 for 4. Hope that continues.
Shot is up and good by Flanagan. (16-8). Xavier Robinson back in the game. Entry pass to Jaden Williams. Good catch and a good follow. The finish. First 2 of the night for Jaden Williams. 10-point lead for the Wampus Cats. Eddington, top of the key. Picks up his dribble to Heard. Eddington. Entry pass inside, look to Johnson. The spin and the shot, no good. The rebound to Xavier Robinson. Paul Harris, you know he can shoot it. Got it. 3-point basket. In the corner, Paul Harris. 21-8.
4 3-pointers made now for these Wampus Cats here in the first half.
When these teams played on January 28th, it was a 45-42 final. Cats just scored 45 in that entire game. Already with 21. Whistle and a foul and free throws upcoming.
All right, Jeff, I've got an update on the tie situation.
Oh, okay.
Because you said you wanted one.
I'd like to know where it came from.
Janet Bean. She has given us direction on who to contact to get a Wampus Cat tie.
Really? So they're really a thing. Who do you contact?
Jennifer Seifert.
Jennifer Seifert. Absolutely. We know Miss Seifert from Ruth Doyle. All right, so she's also in the tie business. All right, I don't hate that. I could wear a Wampus Cat tie.
I mean,
proudly.
Father's Day is what, just
right around the
4
corner.
months away?
Yeah, something. I don't know that I would wear it that untied, though. I'm much too old to not cinch it up.
Yeah.
You know?
You don't do the Jim Halpert style. You gotta.
No. I'm almost half 100. I don't know if I can do that.
Well, I personally live my life by the motto of never having a job where I have to wear a tie.
How's that going so far?
It's going fantastic.
Out of bounds. Going to be Catholics basketball. 23-8. Conway's got the lead. 5.5 to play. And we are in the first half. Double dribble. Coming up at halftime, we will have a feature on Caleb London that our intern, Elantra Betts, put together. She's been interning with us for the past couple of months, a UCA student, and she did the piece about the National Signing Day that those 6 Wampus Cats signed their letters of intent to play college football. She did that for us that you saw during halftime of the girls' game. And you'll see a feature that she worked on. Really good stuff. Great interview with Caleb. That's coming up at halftime. Step back. Got it. Just inside the three-point line. That flat shot looked good. Hope Grandpa's watching and enjoying that. 6 points for your grandson tonight. Future Red Wolf. 25-8.
Mentioned earlier how Caleb talked about the defensive mindset of this team. Catholic just now crossing double digits almost halfway through the second quarter. This is a Wampus Cat team that just a few weeks ago blanked out Cabot in the fourth quarter.
Trey.
If you can get defensive play like that next week, good things can happen.
Oh, absolutely. You're playing deep into the week. Trey Tull with the basket. It is 27-11. All Cats halfway through the second quarter. Whistle and a foul. It's going to be called on Will Klein. Kyler Spencer in the game. Correction, fouls on Kyler Spencer. Kennedy Washington checks in for the Rockets, and Ben Burnett checks out. Trey Tull, got it. 29 points for these Wampus Cats. Just under 4 minutes to play in the second quarter. We'll take a break. 30 seconds and we are back on Conway Corp.
Centennial Bank builds relationships. That's why our bankers roll up their sleeves to support Conway and Faulkner County. They are folks you know and value for mortgages, business loans, and all your personal banking needs. Community involvement and exceptional service from people you know. That's the Centennial Bank way. Centennial Bank's legacy started right here in Conway and is still growing. Centennial Bank, building legacies, one relationship at a time.
There we go. Students, classy students. There is a good, I might actually wear it like that, come to think of it. I don't know.
Just pull into work at the old Conway Corp.
They wouldn't know what to think. What's up with Jeff? Who died? That's what they would think. Why is Jeff wearing a tie?
It was probably a former Wampus Cat if you were wearing the Wampus Cat
Probably.
tie. Just got real morbid.
It did. That's terrible. I'm not going to hate the opportunity to get one of those ties. Basket underneath. Will Klein scores. 3.5 to play. We are in the first half. Lucas Foster for 3. Bottom of the net. You said it going into break, Levi. They are feeling it tonight.
They are on. And all of them. I mean, they're all just really hitting the stride tonight.
Again, it's worth mentioning It was 45-42 as a final just a month ago. Cats have scored 32 points in the first half tonight already. Good hands. Trey Tull gets the steal. Kyler Spencer the outlet. And the follow. Trey Tull, 5'10", got up and put it down.
And if you're Catholic, you're like, what do we do? We just called timeout.
Yeah.
Can't do it again. I mean, they
I guess
could.
you could, yeah. Jordan Eddington. Whistle away from the basketball. They'll get Chase Boyd for it.
That's number 5, Chase Boyd. His first team fourth. Into the going in the Rockets, number 12. Jake Anwar, and number 22. Gabriel Richard for the Wampus Cats.
Jaden Williams back in. Hannah stops. Can't get it to fall. Gets his own rebound. Spin move. Misses the shot. Loose ball, Jaden Williams. Good idea. Maggie Risley, who is our camera operator, just about got way too involved in the action there. That ball was heading straight for her.
Well, she was open.
Yeah, to her defense, she did get herself open there. Under 2 to play in the first half, 34-13. All Wampus Cats so far. Again, this game got started pretty quickly by comparison to the other games in the 6A Central tonight, so we won't have any finals most likely for you when this game is coming to its close, but we'll keep an eye on things. We'll find out. It's worth mentioning once again that we will have all the games from Bryant, and we will let you know. Best place to find out when the Cats are playing and the Lady Cats are playing. Follow us on social media, at 5 Sports Live on Twitter. Find us on Facebook. We will let you know what time the Cats play and the Lady Cats play. We will know officially Friday night. After Friday night's games, we'll know for sure. And we'll let you know approximate game times. Of course, when you get to tournament action, you do the best you can to try to know what time the games are going to start, but that's not always an easy thing to determine.
And there are some really interesting situations for us if depending on how the seedings shake out. The best case scenario would be if they both finish as the 2, because they would just play after each other each night.
On Thursday night, yeah.
Or if they both finished as the 3 seeds. But if they kind of get off and aren't the same seed, we could have some really long days in Bryant.
Well, you've got your eye on a dairy bar.
I do.
Very well aware of that.
I do, yeah. I've already talked about it several times.
Is it the Salem Dairy Bar?
Salem Dairy Bar, that is it.
Oh, Trey Tull put it up there for Caleb London to throw it down and couldn't get the dunk to go. Transition basket for the Rockets. And the foul will be called on Lucas Foster.
Personal foul on Stats number 10, Lucas Foster's first team 6.
20-point lead as we near halftime. Correction, 18-point lead with the 2 points put up on the board, 36-18. Half a minute to go. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound kicked around, still loose. Catholic's got it. Will Klein finishes. 4 straight points here by the Rockets has cut the lead to 16. Final 10 seconds of the first half. That's Williams to Trey Tull. Down to 5. Xavier Robinson will take it, too strong. And it's going to go out of bounds, and Jaden Williams will run out of the arena. He actually, you can't see this from where you are, but he literally ran out of the arena. There's an exit there. He'll run around the back of the arena, underneath, and go to the locker room because Jaden Williams. All right, 36-20 is our score. Conway's got the lead. We'll take a break here and come back with the Conway Regional Health System halftime show.
You don't wake up thinking about internet speed, electricity, reliability. Your mind isn't on advanced treatment facilities or customizable systems. You don't have to think about any of these things because we do. Conway Corp. Always on.
The Wampus Cats are practicing harder than ever to become the newest Arkansas State champs. 17 wins and 6 losses this season, yet 7-4 in the state conference, gives the Wampus Cats an advantage of winning the state championship. Practicing game plays and layups, these boys are ready and determined to take home the win. Conway Court reaches out to Coach Longin and Caleb London about the season the Wampus Cats have had so far.
All this season, it's been a good season. Being a senior is kind of weird, being that, you know, that you're the oldest one and you're the leader, so everyone's looking up to you. So that was the main adjustment that I had to make being a senior this year. But overall, we had a good year. We had some ups and downs, but we got 3 more games left, and senior night's coming Tuesday, so it's a bittersweet moment. But we got 3 more games left, and we're looking to up our seeding up in the state tournament. So I feel like with this team, we're not as deep as we were last year, but I feel like with this team, if we keep playing together and keep playing our roles, I feel like we got a shot at the state championship. And that's the main thing that I want to end my high school career on, because I've never gotten one. So I'm going to be hungry to get a state championship this year.
Coach Longin tells us how the seniors have played a major role in this season this year and how their leadership has helped the team.
We've had a great season to this point. Got 5 seniors who have done a great job of leading our team. We've had some juniors come in and start and play quality minutes, and we've had some young kids contribute as well. And so up to this point, our seniors with our shooter Lucas Foster and our defensive specialist Chase Boyd, our starting point guard for 2 years, Trey Tull, Xavier Robinson, our versatile forward and small post, and then of course Caleb London, who came to us from Memphis his sophomore year. Caleb right now is our leading scorer. He's averaging about 18 points and 5 rebounds a game and is having a tremendous season, really his best season to date since he's been here in Conway. And he leads us, like I said, he leads us in scoring. And again, with Caleb, whether it's leadership, whether it's being able to score the ball, you know, scoring inside and out, we use him as a post some. He's shooting the 3 better than he has his 3 years here. And we expect him to continue to lead us through the rest of our conference season and on into the state tournament, which starts in about 2 weeks.
Caleb London explains more about how he plans to grow not only as an athlete, playing college basketball at Arkansas State University, Jonesboro, but as a person.
Forward to when I go to Arkansas State is to make an impact as soon as I get there, on and off the floor. I've been using basketball as an opportunity to help me and my family just to have a better life. So when I get down there, that's what I'm gonna use it for, and I'm just excited to get down there.
Teamwork is what the Wampus Cats have to go forth and win the championship. With Conway Corp, I'm Alantra Betts.
right, so again, as we've mentioned often tonight, very efficient clock use. Still 20 seconds to go at halftime, and they were like, nope, we're playing basketball. But actually, they've had some extended halftimes because of senior night activities, and so we are back at it here. 16-point lead. 36-20 is the lead for Conway. Good post-up move by Brian Flanagan. Cats looking to go 18-7 overall and still be in play for that 2 seed. Probably the 3 is what's most in play, but we'll know more tonight. Jaden Williams. The big man with the soft moves, the basket, the big smile.
The running around the arena.
The running around the arena. I mean, yeah, that was just so Jaden Williams. Three-pointer is missed. I was talking to my stepbrother-in-law. He is married to my stepsister between games, and his son plays for the Rockets, and was asking about Jordan Eddington. I was like, now where is he going to go to college? And he said it's Arkansas Tech, and that is. He's going to go to Tech, but you know, he played on both sides of the ball for Catholic, and so he said that they're still not entirely sure that he's going to play quarterback, or he might play on the defensive line there. He's got the size, so it'll be interesting to see what they do. And if he plays on the defensive line, he's liable to be lined up shoulder to shoulder with Corlin McKinney, who will be there.
I was just going to say, it'd be like if Corlin McKinney was playing quarterback.
Right. And then Dwayne Smith is going to be there too, playing linebacker for Tech. So good to see all those guys get a chance to play some college football. 38-24, steal. Trey Tull, get up. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, got a little bit extracurricular activity there. Trey Tull, I thought he was going to go up and slam it, but instead he tried to throw it off the glass to Caleb. Caleb got under a little bit. Heads will prevail here.
It's the second time in the last couple minutes that Will Klein has shown his true colors out there on the floor.
Okay.
And his father has gotten onto him both times that it's happened.
And his father is Joe Klein. And if our camera operators are able to, the large man who is we'll show you just a little bit. We've lost one of our cameras, so we're going to work on fixing that before we do much else. But the 7-foot-plus gentleman that is standing at the end of the scorer's table is former NBA player and collegiate coach, and now an SEC analyst for the SEC network, Joe Klein, former Olympian, and the owner of the biggest hands I've ever shaken hands with. He is just amazing. Hey, you're 7 foot, you're a big guy. So in all of that, I believe it was a technical foul that was called. They did not announce what the call was, but it is free throws, and now it is going to be, actually it's going to be technical fouls, looks like on both ends of the court. And so now free throws on the other end.
Well, and Caleb London has every right to be upset. There's no reason to come from behind and take out someone's legs. But on the previous possession for Catholic, you know, Caleb London got called for or I guess it was the previous possession for Conway. Caleb London got called for an offensive foul, and Will Klein clapped really loudly 3 times right in his face, and that.
So there's a little something brewing.
Yeah, a little something going on down there, but Joe Klein was not happy. He clapped very loudly at his son. It was all entertaining to watch, but if it ends up with somebody getting hurt, that's not what we want.
Not entertaining in the least. Brian Flanagan with the basket. Just under 6 minutes to play, third quarter. Cats had a 20-point lead. It was 36-16, and then the Rockets went on a little run, and they've cut it to 12. Conway had some momentum, can't lose it. Klein for three. Front of the rim, no good. Jaden Williams will pull down the rebound and the outlet to Trey Tall. Lucas Foster. Rebound. Brian Flanagan pulls it in. Foster gets a hand on it, but Flanagan able to control it. Foul will be called on Chase Boyd. That is his third.
At the line for the Rockets, Brian Flanagan.
Bryce Bohannon was at the line, or at the scores table rather, to come in. Going to have to get Chase Boyd. Even if that wasn't the plan, with those three personal fouls, he's got to come out.
Yeah, and Conway's going to have to be careful here, like you mentioned. It kind of started at the end of the first half. They started getting a little too cutesy, trying to do some things out there. They had a 16-point lead, but it has quickly been erased to a 10-point lead.
That's right. Just 3 minutes into the third quarter, a lot of basketball still to play. Double team on Bryce Bohannon. Pass is stolen. Numbers for Catholic. Layup is missed. Rebound, Jaden Williams. The outlet, Tall. Caleb London. And the foul. Not able to dunk it with the authority that he wanted, but he got it to go through the hoop, so we'll take the 2 points. And free throws upcoming. Foul is called on Sam Hanna. That's his first.
Sam Hanna his first.
Caleb struggling from the free throw line here in the second half. Couple of misses in a row. Dribbled off the foot of Flanagan, but the Rockets will keep it. Heard asking for it inside to Flanagan. Blocked from behind. That's Caleb London with it. Caleb behind the back, so smooth. Rise and fire. Classic Caleb London. From one end to the other. That's what we've had the pleasure of watching for 3 years. In Jonesboro, it's coming to you.
Well, I'll just say beware when you poke the bear. Caleb London has had an awakening.
Yes. Eddington for three. Jordan Eddington knocks down the three-pointer. Timeout on the court. 43-32 is the score. We'll take 30 seconds and come back to Buzz Bowling Arena on Conway Court.
That's a 30-second.
Hey, welcome to David's. I'm Alan Bubbas, and this is my father, David Bubbas. We want to welcome you in to try our great beef, grade A choice chuck that you can see in display, all-you-can-eat fries, and a little ice cream at the end. Come experience some of the cutest kids. Bring your cute kids, too. We'd love to serve you. At David's Burgers, we're proud supporters of the Call in Arkansas.
And you can find out more online about ways to get involved.
(43-32) is our score. It is the regular season home finale for the Wampus Cats and the Lady Cats. Lady Cats got a big victory earlier tonight. And the Wampus Cats trying to do the same. On the road at Bryant on Friday to end the regular season, and then back on the road at Bryant for what we hope is a good long stay at their beautiful new arena that they have built in Saline County. Looking forward to seeing that next week. Classy students looking dapper tonight in their ties. I don't know that dapper is what they're going for, but it's the word that comes to mind. It's Jaden Williams' world. I mean, we're just witnesses. Goes up, misses the shot. I almost think he threw it up there because it gave him a better chance of getting the second shot at it. Jaden Williams.
Well, it's so crazy. I mean, you hear this all the time about basketball players that will play tight end. You see this in the NFL happen a lot.
Yes.
And all the same skills that make him a great tight end make him a great center for these Wampus Cats, and you saw it on full display on that last possession.
14-point lead for the Cats, 3.5 to go. Here to the basket, can't get it to fall. Klein will clean it up. Will Klein's in double figures now with 10. Trey Tall. He and Bryce Bohannon playing catch. Robinson. Xavier dribbles in, took an extra step. Good idea. But not the right execution, so a turnover. Backdoor cut, steal. Bryce Bohannon gets his hands on it. Trey Tull, bottom of the net.
One basket, Trey Tull.
16 points on the night for the senior, averaging right at 10 a game.
They are shooting 60% from the three-point line tonight. Definitely the best shooting night we've seen them have.
It's a good, strong move to the basket there by Nathan Johnson. 49-36. Caleb London back at the scorer's table, set to come in. Jaden Williams. Tull. That's Paul Harris and Bryce Bohannon. There's some shooters on the court right now. Under 2 to go in the third quarter. Robinson, entry pass to Jaden Williams. Just clearing out space and showing that emotion that is driving the success of this team right now. And I believe that there was a turnover on the far side. Is Conway going to have the ball back? I'm not sure what happened. I was looking down at Jaden celebrating. But whatever it was is still Catholic basketball.
I think there was just confusion on who was going to inbound for Catholic.
(51-36). Three-point basket that will not go. Xavier Robinson will fight hard and get the rebound. Caleb London. Step back three. Front of the rim, no good. Robinson with the rebound. Finds Bryce Bohannon. The idea of the entry pass was a good idea, but Caleb got turned around a little bit on the double team. Bryce Bohannon with the steal. Behind the back. Jaden Williams, Caleb London. Showtime in here tonight. Caleb London at the line.
At the line to shoot two, Caleb London.
Looking forward to reading your story about him on Thursday for the 501 newsletter that comes out every Thursday.
So my favorite part was, I couldn't really do this with Jaden as much because she hasn't played, this entire conference season. But with Caleb, I was like, I just listed out all the players that have been contributing. And, I was like, let's just talk about this squad. Because, again, it's very different than the squad we had a year ago. And it was just interesting to see his perspective on everybody and what they were contributing. He had a lot to say about Kyler Spencer, who's in the game now.
Freshman.
Giving Jaden Williams a spell. And he had a lot of great things to say about Xavier Robinson and just the plays that he's made for this team coming in, playing as a senior. So, yeah, it was just interesting because I know how I perceive these players, but getting it from someone who's down there with them and practicing with them every day, it was an interesting perspective.
35 seconds to go, clock ticking down. Catholic trying to find some sort of open shot. Good defense on this possession by the Cats. Final 25 seconds. Ben Burnett in the game, and the pass in the basket. Good by Nathan Johnson. Five seconds to go. Final shot coming. Better get it off. It'll be Xavier Robinson. No, it won't be. Clock runs out before the Cats can get the shot off, and we will go to the fourth quarter. Conway on top, 53-38. We will take 60 seconds, and the fourth quarter is next on Conway Court.
You got insurance to protect your car against other drivers, but are you protecting it against the muddy disasters it faces every day? Zip's Dirt Insurance has you covered. It gives you unlimited washing at any of our convenient locations, starting at $14.95 a month. That's less than 50 cents a day. Protection to keep your car clean without worrying about muddy mishaps. Zip's Unlimited Wash Club. It's like having dirt insurance for your car. Zip in, zip out, zip on.
You're watching Conway Corp, Channel 5 and 585. Conway's source for local community programming. Here you'll find the Wampus Cats, Conway City Council. Here and there featuring local events. Burn and breathe that will get your heart rate up and down. Find new adventures on Away for a Day or grab your sketch pad and draw with Mr. Foy's easel. Plus, learn more about Conway Corp store. We're creating original programming with Conway in mind. On Conway Corp, Channel 5 and 585. 53-38 as the teams make their way out after the quarter break. The Cats are on top. 8 minutes to go, trying to finish off a successful senior night. Sophomore Ben Burnett brings the ball up court. I was mentioning earlier that I was talking to his father, who is my step-brother-in-law.
In-law, yes.
And so that is it's officially step-nephew, but he's my nephew. And so I feel like I need to, full disclosure. If I say nice things about Ben Burnett, that's because I remember the day he was born. And my daughter, who was born the same few weeks, is here tonight sitting with their family watching. And so kind of a family affair for us tonight. Done this for 19 years, and I'm pretty sure that he's the first family member that I've ever called their game.
Makes sense.
I was trying to think who else might have been, and he's got an older brother that did not play, so it's not him. Maybe a cousin of mine? I don't know. As I get older, I forget stuff.
Well, if you do it long enough.
Right, it's got to happen. It's got to happen. So yeah, so that's exciting. It's exciting for me. It may not be exciting for anybody else. It's exciting for me. And he had an assist, and so that was good. 53-38. That'll walk down the family tree lane. Thank you for going with me, Levi. They're a good family.
Hey,
good folks.
It's always my pleasure to do these games with you.
Thank you.
Wherever you lead me. Oh, Captain, my captain.
I am the captain now. Is that the same movie?
No.
Oh, I'm terrible at that. 7 minutes to play. Here, stops. Ben Burnett for three. Oh, I really wanted him to make that, and I'm not even going to kid. Maybe he'll make the next one. Now, if the score was 54-51,
you would not want to.
I would not. Maybe would
or at
not
least
have,
be more conflicted about.
I
it.
would have been conflicted, but a comfortable lead. I would have liked for Ben to have made that. We'll call him Nephew Ben. So for anybody that's thinking, wait, what's happened to our 19-year broadcaster? it's a family thing.
He's had a change of heart.
Here at almost 2 decades in, I'm like, I don't know. I think I like this Catholic team. I don't mind the Catholic team, but you know where my heart lies. Here it knocks down the three-pointer, 54-41. 6:40 to play. Final regular season broadcast for us tonight, and then next week, all the games live from Bryant. Lucas Foster. Xavier Robinson cleans up the miss. And we're going back the other way. Hannah. 54-43. Caleb London drives along the baseline. There's a foul well before the shot, so there will be no free throws coming. They have given a warning to the Catholic bench. Not sure what that was for, but
I think it might have been on Klein.
It was on Klein?
Yeah.
Stats is telling us is on Coach Joe Klein. If our camera will move just to the right a little bit, may not be able to because of where the camera is located behind the basket. Caleb London up, can't get it to fall. Under 6 to play. Here, can't get it to go. Caleb London with the rebound on the outlet to Bryce Bohannon. Bryce spins off the glass, no good. Burnett across the timeline, Foster on him.
When Conway gets the ball, it's time to slow down. We're in the final quarter.
I would agree.
You got a double-digit lead. Let's keep it that way.
They've been a little out of sorts. Kyler Spencer with the big block. A little out of sorts here in the second half. Trey Tull thought about the three. That's Foster. In the lane, no good. And the pace that they're playing and not completing the offensive possessions has allowed Catholic to get back in this game. What was once a 20-point lead, 36-16, is now 9, 54-45. We will take 30 seconds and come back on Conway Court.
Education is all about vision. It requires commitment, investment. So we pour ourselves into Conway students and teachers, schools, and scholarships. A brighter future? Now that's powerful. Conway Corp. Always on.
All right, so we've got a 9-point lead here as we are in the fourth quarter. We're paying attention to the Cabot and Northside game. Northside is a game ahead of Conway right now. Northside 8-4, Conway and Bryant both 7-5. And whereas they approach the end of the third quarter, Cabot's got a 5-point lead over Northside. That game being played over in Cabot.
Now, why that game is so important for your Wampus Cats, if they can hold on to a win here tonight, and if Cabot can get a win at home over Northside, that will drop Northside and raise Conway to the same conference record. They'd be tied for that 2 seed, and Conway would have the head-to-head advantage because they beat Northside by more than Northside beat us the first time around. So very, very important game over in Lonoke County. I think that's correct.
I think
Cabot's
so.
in
Yeah,
Lonoke
Lonoke County. Caleb London knocking down the 17-footer. He's got 16 points tonight. Wild shot won't fall. Eddington with the board. Off the glass, no good. London with the rebound off the miss from Flanagan. Lead back to double digits. And now maybe a little bit of half-court offense here.
Slow down.
Instead of steal. 9-point game. Run, clock run. Run, clock run. Get these final 4 minutes off. Timeout. Coach Longy wants to take a timeout, and we will take it with them. 30-second break, and we're back on Conway Corp.
You don't wake up thinking about internet speed, electricity, reliability. Your mind isn't on advanced treatment facilities or customizable systems. You don't have to think about any of these things because we do. Conway Corp. Always on.
Courtside Cats. Sounded great tonight, as always. I don't know if I've told you this or not, but we've got a trumpeter in our home.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this is a new thing for us. Beckett, who is my 5th grader, brought home the form and wanted to be in the band, in the 6th grade band over there at Ruth Doyle. And he said he wanted to play the drums. And so I said, let's go. Let's figure this out, son. And so we went for him to play the drums. And that was the idea. And we left there as a trumpeter. And so
he was very
wasn't-
committed
he
to the
was
drums.
committed to the drums, but as he was told by Mr. Ratliff and Miss Spainhour, he's got perfect lips and pitch for the trumpet. So we'll see if that pans itself out, but it makes me even more of a fan of the Courtside Cats that we have a young Wampus Cat band member of the 6th grade band.
Well, there you go.
All right, so now 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Let's see how long this plays itself out. There is, at some point, Catholic is going to have to come out and guard them. Otherwise, which it's happening now, otherwise the Cats is going to dribble this game out. Entry pass stolen away. In the corner, Flanagan for 3. Well, that could not have gone worse if you were a Wampus Cat fan. Down to 6-point lead with 3 minutes to play. Trey Toll to Caleb London. It's knocked out of bounds, and the official underneath is saying it's off of Caleb London. Coach Longing wants an explanation. And whatever the explanation is, it's not going to be enough to turn things over. Down by 6, Catholic has the basketball. 2:40 to play. Trey Toll going for the steal. Dish underneath. Flanagan. It is a 4-point game. What was a 20-point game, 36-16. Now 56-52.
This offense has just lost all sense of rhythm and made some mental errors and bad passes to the interior.
Jaden Williams and 1. That's exactly what the Cats needed. A Jaden Williams bucket, the foul, he can go to the line. He is a very good free throw shooter for being a big guy. And a chance to get a little emotion going too. Perfect on the free throw. 59-52. Final 2 minutes of the game. Catholic season will end next Friday night, this Friday night. They are not going to make the state tournament. So this would be a huge win. This is the same team that beat Fort Smith Northside a couple of weeks ago at Fort Smith Northside.
Yeah, it's all about playing spoiler at this point.
Coach Ezine, Coach Klein saying it should have been a jump ball instead of a travel. Foul is going to be called. Coach Ezine has already had one, or the bench has already had one warning.
He's trying to.
Yeah,
he's trying to get
hot
his
over
team.
there. So 1-1 here for Trey Tull. A minute 34 to play in the game. Perfect on the first, 8-point lead.
Free throws have, man, they've lived and died by free throws
Yes.
this season. Hopefully tonight it's one of those nights where they just keep falling.
Got the second. Lead is out to 9. A minute and a half to play. Conway has only committed 3 personal fouls, so there would not be free throws for a few more. So if they need to commit a foul to stop an easy basket before the shot goes up, they could do that. The follow is good by Flanagan. Took 2 tries at it. Lead at 7. Trey Tull, good handling of the ball. To the basket, whistle. Exactly 60 seconds to play.
Personal foul on the Rockets, number 35 will decline. His third team's number.
Will Klein whistle for the third personal foul. Actually, minute 1 to play. The extra second had not clicked off just yet. Tull back at the line. Been shooting the ball well. That one missed. Second one is good. Ben Burnett checks in. And it is an 8-point lead for the Wampus Cats, 62-54.
Updating Cabot. Cabot leading 47-43 on Northside with 4 minutes to go.
Deep three, no good. (54) 62, 8-point lead. Final 40 seconds. You don't hate what's happening right now if you're a Conway fan. Let the clock run as they set up their offense. They get the basket, and so half a minute to go with a 6-point lead. We will take 30 seconds and come back on Conway Corp.
That's a full timeout.
All right, courtside Cats doing their thing.
It's our last chance to hear the courtside Cats.
Yeah, that's true. They will not be in Bryant. I wish that we could bring our band.
Right?
Cannot do that.
That would be.
There is Joe Klein that we've mentioned often tonight. Former NBA player. 62-56. In Cabot right now, it is a 4-point lead for the Panthers with 3.5 to play there. We're down to the final 30 seconds here. Conway trying to hold on, leading by 6. Loose ball, gonna be Conway's. Good hustle on defense.
It's like these Wampus Cats are just doing everything they can to stress us out right now.
Agreed.
That's a weird place to have to.
Yeah, that is very odd where the ball went out of bounds. Foul. They will get Kennedy Washington for it.
Personal foul, Rockets number 34, Kennedy.
And Caleb London, with 16 points tonight, will go to the free throw line.
That's right around his average on the season.
It's a 2-possession game right now. A couple of free throws would definitely help. No good.
Since he hit that court hard earlier in the third quarter when he got his legs taken out from under him,
yeah,
he has struggled from the free throw line since then.
Gets the second one to fall. 63-56, 30 seconds to play. Here, misses the layup. Jaden Williams with the big rebound. Behind his head, it gets to Trey Tull. Whistle and a foul.
Almost lost his shoe.
Sam Hanna whistled for the foul. That is his third. The Classy students approve. Trey Tull at the line. Trey with a chance to go over 20 tonight. He's got 19.
They've all been big, especially these last few points.
Yes.
Here in the fourth quarter at the free throw line.
64-56. In and out, no good. Just 15 seconds to go. Here to Eddington for three. No good. Flanagan, he'll get the basket, and a timeout taken by Catholic. All right, 64-58 with 9 seconds to play. We'll take 30 seconds and come back to senior night on Conway Corp.
DeBoard Electronics has a new location on 650 Dave Ward Drive, just west of the overpass. DeBoard Electronics has been a trusted name for over 60 years. They offer the most state-of-the-art options for the home theater, outdoor living, and home automation. The certified technicians will provide complete design and installation on mobile systems for your vehicle, golf cart, even your boat. Cutting-edge products with guaranteed installation experts. DeBoard Electronics on 650 Dave Ward Drive, just west of the overpass.
Coach Salty longing. Well, they don't come any more faithful to the Wampus Cats than that coach right there. Love what he's done with this team, and they're battling to the end. 64-58, less than 10 seconds to play. Watching the other games that are happening tonight that are of interest for Conway fans. Cabot and Northside are in a tight one, just a 1-point game. Cabot on top, 47-46 with 2:25 to play. 2 seconds run off the clock there before they did anything that they just talked about in their timeout. That won't make Coach Ezai happy.
Right. He doesn't look very happy. Of course, the reason why we're watching the Cabot Northside game is if Northside loses there tonight and Conway can hold on with these final 7 seconds, we will move into a tie with Northside. But again, we have the head-to-head advantage because of points differential in the games that we split.
And it's going to come down to our game Friday night. Northside is playing Southside, and the Mavericks are not going to be much of a match for the Grizzlies right now. And so, because of that, it's going to be Conway needing to get the win. And so, all right, the seniors all coming out. Caleb London, Trey Tull, Chase Boyd, and Lucas Foster. Well, those seniors, and Lucas is coming out now, those seniors have given us some absolute thrills.
Also coming out of the game, Caleb London and Lucas Foster.
7 seconds to go. Cats are going to hold on for a victory tonight that, to say the least, was hard to come by. Final score, 65-60. The Cats take care of business, 18-7 overall, 8-5 in conference play. The Rockets fall to 9-16, and they are 3-10 in conference play. Some of the final numbers.
Yeah, 3 players in double figures tonight for the Wampus Cats, led by Trey Tull with 20 points, Caleb London 17 and 8 rebounds, and Jaden Williams 12 points and 9 boards.
So congratulations to both the Lady Cats and the Wampus Cats with senior night victories tonight. We appreciate you watching tonight and every night of Wampus Cat and Lady Cat basketball. Once again, we will be with you next week from Bryant once those game times are set. And again, we'll know them late on Friday. Once we know the game times, we'll get the information out. And late next week, we will be live from Bryant with the state tournament. And I like the way these teams are playing right now. If the girls can get some people back and get healthier, the boys can keep battling the way they're battling, I think we can play deep next week.
March is coming.
I love it. I love it. Thank you for watching. Thanks to our entire Conway Corp Sports crew. Great job tonight. Appreciate them so very much. We'll see you next week from Bryant on Conway Corp.